This show is filmed in front of a live studio audience. It's the Ownbey 15-minute news hour. It's the Ownbey 15-minute news hour. It's the Ownbey 15-minute news hour. Here's our sign. Here's our sign. Welcome to another edition of the Ownbey 15-minute news hour. I'm your host, James Ownbey.
And I'm Clay Ownbey, and this is a special Wrestlemania 29 edition of the Ownbey 15-minute news hour. And this week, our show is brought to you by, well, Wrestlemania. I hold in my hand a copy of Wrestlemania number 1 on VHS. That's Hulk Hogan and Mr. T. A bit of who?
A bit of who. Yeah, people talk about, like, Daytona being the biggest day for NASCAR. You got the Super Bowl, World Series. This is the World Series Super Bowl Daytona of wrestling, pro wrestling.
And the Dungus brothers here, we were raised on wrestling. Ma Dungus turned me on to wrestling when I was about 6 years old. So we've been wrestling fans ever since. Yep. So normally we would start the show with some news stories and go this and this, but I'm going to decide to break format because I have a little bit of a rant. This is my rant. I'm a lifelong wrestling fan. I am so sick and tired of people coming up to me and saying, well, you know wrestling's fake, right? Yeah, we know wrestling's fake. That's not the point. You think wrestling's fake? Come and stand in the middle of my kitchen and let me get on this table and I'll drop kick you in your chest. And then you tell me how much it's fake. We know it's fake. That's the idea. For people that want to watch wrestling but they don't want it to be fake, that's what the UFC is for. Watch that. Don't tell me that wrestling's fake. I get it. Now, you let The Undertaker throw you off the top of a cage through an announce table.
Yeah. I want to say people that think that wrestling's fake, a lot of it is, the punches and the kicks, but when the Big Show puts you in the corner and takes his frying pan size hand and body gloves you straight across the chest, that is not fake.
That's not fake.
When Sheamus ties you to the ropes and does his clubber on your chest, that is not fake.
That's not fake.
Anybody that's ever been chopped by Ric Flair knows that is not fake.
Definitely not fake.
Let Randy Macho Man drop the elbow off the top rope onto your neck, that is not fake.
You think wrestling's fake? I have 2 words for you. Canadian Destroyer. If you ever get hit by Petey Williams' Canadian Destroyer, I promise you won't think it's fake. Did Sid Vicious think it was fake when he jumped off the top rope and landed and looked down and his leg was all Kevin Ware? He was laying flat on the mat with his legs in the air but his foot's on the ground? That's not right.
No.
So, anyways, stop telling me that wrestling's fake. I know wrestling's fake. That's not the point. All right. Watch it because it's cool. Now,
let's get to the news.
All right.
Okay. Here we go. This week's news is brought to us by Ethan and Taylor Ownbey.
Hey, my kids.
Hi. What's up?
Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you, guys. We appreciate it. James, why don't you start us off with some news?
All right. Our first story comes from good old Butte, Montana.
Oh.
A patron called to complain early Sunday that someone brought a female goat into an unidentified bar in Butte, Montana. The Montana Standard reports the animal control officer had to come pick up the goat from the bar and take it to a shelter. Now, Clay, just going out on a limb here, I'm saying that this is probably not the first time livestock has ever been brought into a bar in Montana.
Now, I have another question for you. It's a bar in Montana, and a female goat comes in? Who can tell?
Yeah, have you seen some of the women in the bars in Montana?
When all of a sudden there's a woman that's eating your pool cue, you know that's a female goat in a bar in Montana.
Actually, I'm betting the goat was probably one of the better looking barflies in the bar in Montana.
It'd be like, what's your sign?
Yeah, goat. Okay.
It's what's for dinner.
It's the other white meat.
That is the other white meat.
Especially in Montana.
Well, is there any dark meat in Montana?
I don't think so. Okay, between 2002 and 2010, according to the British Journal of Urology, or as we know it, the BJU.
It's my favorite university.
An estimated 17,600 patients came into hospital emergency rooms reporting genital injuries from trouser zippers.
There's something about Mary?
It doesn't say whether they were male or female patients. So, I can see a guy actually getting in some. If you're a female and you get anatomy caught in your zipper,
no,
that is not good.
I guess this is one good thing to be said for hammer pants.
No
With hammer
kidding.
pants, you don't have to worry about it. Unless you're, probably hammer. Maybe.
Well, I bet of the 17,600 injuries, 17,599 was caused by skinny jeans. Because there is no way that you can try to zip up those little tiny things. No.
My Chemical Romance had 74 last year alone. Anyways. All right, moving on in the news. A Washington, D.C. man was arrested for allegedly trying to rob 2 banks with a note that confused tellers. The alleged robberies took place on Monday at 2 downtown D.C. banks. First of all, at the Sun Trust Bank, a robber whose name was not reported handed the teller a note, and the note only said 100s, 50s, 20s, and 10s. The teller was confused, according to the FBI. She handed the note back to the gentleman, in which he wrote on it, quote, all Mona, M-O-N-A.
Mona, Mona, Mona. Mona. Mona.
Here she come now singing Mona, Mona.
Mona, Mona.
Needless to
Ride
say,
my Mona.
the teller had absolutely no idea what was going on, and so she sent the robber away, and he left. Later, a customer informed her that she was being robbed.
That's how you defuse a bomb. I don't understand what your
no
note
idea.
says.
What is this?
I don't.
I can't. I don't get it.
This has got to be one of my favorite stories that we've ever done on the Ownbey 15-minute news hour.
Let's hit it.
Okay. Officers from the Zimbabwe Parks and Wildlife Management reported that a lion had attacked a couple while they were having sex in the bushes in a remote location, killing the woman and sending the man chasing down the road wearing nothing but his condom, obviously reducing his chances of receiving help from other motorists.
Well, apparently in this jungle, the lion doesn't sleep tonight.
No, the lion feeds at night, apparently. And here's the thing. I think the lion was just pissed because he had to have sloppy seconds. Because obviously the lion wasn't the first one to eat her. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that's a very good point.
I'm just going out on a limb on that one. I don't know.
If you're ever in the, what was it, the Zimbabwe Parks and Wildlife Management, okay? If you're going to have sex, put some lion bait out around you.
And actually, Clay, that's going to bring us to this week's 10-second rule.
Oh, 10-second rule, all right.
We need our 10-second rule clock. Where's our clock? Clock? We need a clock. Anybody got a clock?
Oh,
there we go.
Thank you so much.
Thank
you.
It. Awesome. So, this week's 10-second rule, Clay, you have 10 seconds to name as many things as possible that you do not want to be attacked by in the Zimbabwe outback. And you have to be found by the Parks and Wildlife Management. So, 10 seconds. Things you do not want to have attack you in the Zimbabwe outback. Ready and go.
A wild lion, a Snoop lion, a Snoop dog, Winnie the Pooh dog, Nipsey Russell, angry marmoset, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Rosie O'Donnell's underwear.
Time!
Crap!
Ooh, that was a tough one. You got 27 though in the 10 seconds.
Good.
You got Nipsey Russell's underwear. You got Rosie O'Donnell's lion and the Parker twins. So there you go. Good job.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on to other bank robbery news. As a matter of fact, a man tried to rob a bank in New York. He handed the teller at the Chase branch at the Garment District a note on Friday. The note said, "I have a bomb. Give me the money now." Teller Melinda Lewis, now this is the best, told the man that she doesn't read notes and instructed him to fill out a withdrawal slip. On the slip, he wrote the exact same words, in which Lewis instructed him that he needed to swipe his bank card while, in the meantime, telling a fellow teller in Spanish that she was being robbed. So she tells the guy that he needs to swipe his card. The man said, quote, "Ma'am, I ain't got time for this," end quote, before he fled. But before he fled, he grabbed a handful of lollipops off the counter.
Hey, if you're gonna go, don't go empty-handed.
Hey,
you know
those blow pops?
Here's what's funny about the story, and I think every bank should do this. If you're going to hire someone to work as a bank teller, hire someone that can't read. So if someone hands them a note that says you're being robbed, they're like, I don't understand what you're saying. I don't read.
Idea what this is.
I have no idea what this is.
Yeah, here's our new bank teller, Derek Thomas. Derek, here's a note.
I got nothing. I don't know anything.
Yeah, no.
Target's in trouble this week. Target says is treating a potential offensive goof in product labeling as a learning experience. Mm-hmm. Apparently, a savvy online shopper noticed that at Target.com, they listed a plus-size dress in manatee gray while offering the same frock in standard size as dark heather gray. So the size 0 to 8 is dark heather gray, and from 9 to 30
to car bra.
Yeah, is called manatee gray.
Oh, good.
So
that's subtle.
Yeah. So the Ownbey 15-minute news hour, not willing to spare any expensive. I went out and did some research on my own.
Oh, that's good research.
I actually got on Target.com and I looked up some of the other labels to see if they were offensive to plus-size women.
All right.
And it found out that there are a couple other ones out there that might just be offensive to other women, such as the elephant light gray. the moving Van White, Big Bird Yellow, Brick Shithouse Red, and the always popular Your Ass Still Looks Fat and Those Pants Black. So those are actual labels on Target clothes. Now those, may be offensive. I don't know.
Doesn't sound offensive to me. I mean, especially the Big Bird Yellow.
Well, and which is funny, you think of all these plus size. You go to Walmart, that's a medium.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, Manatee Gray is a medium at Walmart.
Yeah,
so.
Walmart actually has a reverse system. Anything from like a size 4 down, that's like a Olsen twin white or anorexic
exactly.
bitch yellow. Or
you go to Target.
Rich bitch doesn't want to eat fucker.
Yeah, you go to
green.
Target. Your dump truck green.
Yeah, exactly.
At Walmart, it's Kermit the Frog green. Anything below
it's nice. It's all right. All right.
Entertainment news.
Let's move on to some entertainment news. This is one of the best stories of the day right here. Porn star Jenna Jameson was arrested for battery Saturday night at her own birthday celebration. Now that sentence right there gives you at least an idea when Jenna Jameson and battery are in the same sentence. Apparently she was hanging out in the Balboa Peninsula neighborhood of Newport Beach around 8 p.m. when she allegedly battered someone. Now we're not talking about putting him in, rolling him up and then putting him in the fryer. That would how Rosie O'Donnell would batter someone down. Yeah. Jenna Jameson apparently whooped someone's ass. Anyways, the victim then put Jameson under citizen's arrest and flagged down a cop where she was cited for battery.
I'm going out on a limb here, but I'm saying this isn't the first time that Jenna Jameson has slapped a dick around.
I would imagine not.
You know what I mean?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Is there still such thing as citizen's arrest?
I don't think so.
I don't even really know exactly what that is.
And if someone says you're under citizen's arrest, what gives you the right to say no? I'm not.
Say I'm doing a citizen's escape.
Yeah, I'm a citizen escaping out of your citizen's arrest.
Dude, you know what would be really cool is if someone said I'm placing you under citizen's arrest, and that person said, you know what, I'm placing you under citizen's arrest.
I think we should just go around town as citizen arresting people.
Maybe next week we'll go on location. Dungus will citizen's arrest people.
I have a question for you. How come you can put someone under citizen's arrest, but you can't impersonate a cop? It's against the law to impersonate a cop, but you can place someone under citizen's arrest.
Well, you can place them under citizen's arrest, but if you beat them and then stick something in their ass, then that's impersonating a cop.
If you pull out a taser and give them the auto zip,
don't tase me, bro!
Don't tase me, bro! Don't tase me, bro!
This is for Dennis Ward. Don't tase me, bro. Sorry. Anyways, moving on in entertainment news. Clark Gable's son was arrested for a DUI in Malibu last week after crashing into 6 parked cars.
You did say Clark Gable, right?
Yeah, Clark Gable.
His son.
His son.
Okay.
Yeah. He apparently, the 52-year-old Gable allegedly rear-ended another car. Then he fled the scene of that accident by crashing into 6 other parked cars during the getaway, and he was taken into police custody. The police say, want to hear the quote of the year?
Yeah, you betcha.
The police say, quote, it appears drugs and or alcohol were involved.
No kidding.
Quote.
You hit 6 parked cars. Here's what I think.
He hit 7 cars in one sitting.
7 cars. I don't think it's drugs and alcohol.
No.
It's Clark Gable's son. The guy's got to be 100 years old. He probably didn't take his medicine that day.
No, he's 52. 52-year-old Gable. Which,
How old was Clark Gable when they... Dude, Clark Gable was an actor back in 1732. Clark Gable was around when Ben-Hur actually happened.
No,
you know what I mean?
Dude, he was the cruise ship entertainment on the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for coming out tonight. I'm Clark Gable, I'm your host.
Yeah, tomorrow night on the Nina is Gilbert Gottfried. I hope you're enjoying your trip. Anyways, Clark Gable's son at 52 arrested. James said in pre-production he had a pretty good understanding. Do you understand that normally actors and actresses' kids get arrested when they're 16 or 17? You know, Ozzy Osbourne's kids or
Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus. That's another one. The Biebs, right?
Yeah.
Dude is 52 years old. He's getting a head start on this shit.
You talk about...
What's next? George Burns' son arrested for sunbathing.
Well, so what's going to happen in 30 years from now when they do Celebrities' Kids, where are they now? Here's Clark Gable's kids in an retirement home, drooling and eating mashed potatoes through a straw. That's where Clark Gable's son is. Awesome. By entertainment news, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention that Robert Ebert had died.
That sucks.
So, Robert Ebert, we give you 2 thumbs up and 6 feet under.
We like it. So Siskel already died and Ebert died. So is the Siskel and Ebert show now just going to be
Which one was the fat old guy with the white hair? Then go with
Oh, that was Newt Gingrich.
Oh, that's okay. That's why I couldn't remember who that was.
My bad. Hey, let's jump right into sports
I like
news. Okay, there's this college.
WrestleMania.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. Today is WrestleMania 29. Some of the matches on the card tonight. Tons of Funk will be fighting the Rhodes Scholars with the Bella Twins.
And the Funkadactyls.
Hey, somebody call my mama.
Somebody call my mama. Somebody call my mama.
All right. Also, Jericho will be wrestling Fandango. What's his name?
Fandango?
Fanjango?
Fandangler?
Fan Dodge Durango?
Fan Wingo Tango?
Fan Sweet Mango?
Fan, a baby ate my dingo.
Fan B-I-N-G and Bingo was his name. Oh!
So Chris Jericho?
Go! Versus Fandango!
Fan Danny DeVito?
Fan Dan Spivey?
The fan that blows on my danglies? Who else is wrestling, Clay?
Well, in other wrestling news, Brock Lesnar will be wrestling Triple H. Team Hell No will be wrestling against Ziggy and Biggie.
Dolph Ziggler's Biggie.
The Battle of the Small Penises will face Ryback versus Mark Henry.
Yes.
Sheamus, Randy Orton, and the Big Toe will be wrestling against those three camping guys, the Shield. The Undertaker in his 77th WrestleMania will be wrestling CM Punk. Alberto Del Rio will be wrestling Jack Swagger, the match that if you need to go to the bathroom, that's the time to do it. And then The Rock will be defending his championship against John Cena.
You know, I think since Jack Swagger, you know, he's like the all-American guy, stands for the we the people. I think Jack Swagger should wrestle Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think that would be it'd be Schwarzenegger against the Jack Swaginator.
I would like to see Jack Swagger wrestle Jimmy Swaggart.
It'd be a three-way. Jimmy Swagger, Schwarzenegger, Hornswoggle would be the referee, and Jack Swagger.
Correct.
Okay.
Any other WrestleMania matches you'd like to see, James?
A lot of them. But
I would too.
We're running out of time, so
okay.
let's jump right into the big news, the big headline, the tournament, the big tournament.
There has been a college basketball tournament that has been going on in this country. Unless you're living in like a dark hole in the earth and you don't know what's going on,
or do nothing but sit around and watch wrestling,
or a Duke fan. There is a huge basketball tournament in the women's NIT, and we have been reporting on this for a couple
absolutely.
months or a couple
We've been
weeks
following
now.
the women's NIT.
I had money on the Ball State lady balls.
The lady balls.
Yeah, the lady balls.
I have money on the Lady Crimson Tide.
Unfortunately, the balls cost me.
I thought they were going to roll.
The balls cost me $50, and that's not the first time that's ever happened.
You know, and here's what happened to the Alabama's women's team, the Lady Crimson Tide.
Yeah.
It wasn't their time of the month. You know what I mean?
That's right.
They play a lot better the first of the month than they do the end of the month.
Dude, it's scheduling. They need to schedule those tough games over a 3-day period.
I think recruiting, if you're a men's, a woman's coach, like a women's basketball, and you go recruiting, you need to ask those kind of tough questions. Like,
I totally agree.
Your cycle is on what week? Because we need to know, like,
well, don't like when a bunch of women like hang out and stuff, they like sync up. Don't they like sync up like a dude with a stopwatch?
I think they plugged the sync up. Anyway, I think we're offending half of our viewers, which are both of them. So before we get out of here, Clay, I have a rant.
Oh wait, I forgot to report who won the women's NIT.
Oh, we're jumping ahead. Sorry.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Drexel.
The
Lady Drexes.
Way to go!
They won the women's NIT. They beat Utah 46-43 in a scoring freaking.
You're like the 69th best women's basketball team.
Congratulations.
Way to go,
women's NIT Drexel. And you know what? I bet they still beat Duke.
You know what? I'm actually glad the women's NIT is over.
I am not. I love the women's. Next year, I hope they expand it to 256 games, like on that Buffalo Bills commercial.
Yeah.
Or, what's it? Buffalo Bills?
Buffalo
Wild Wings.
No, Wild Bill. Wild Bill Hiccup?
And they put it in.
Buffalo
and then they
Bill
did the
Hiccup?
one in slow motion. So
just plain Bill. That brings us to this week's impromptu 10-second rule. Clay, I have this week's impromptu 10-second rule.
Okay.
You have to name as many famous Bills as you can in 10 seconds. Okay? Where's our clock? We need assistance on our time clock, please. Assistants, thank you very much. Ethan and Taylor Ownbey's been our assistants today. Lovely help. Okay, Clay, you have 10 seconds to name as many famous Bills as you possibly can. Ready, and go.
Bill Cosby, Bill Lawrence, Bill Bixby, Bill Baxter, Wild Bill Hiccup, Just Plain Bill, Buffalo Billius, Buffalo Billcock, Bill Wilcox, Johnny Wilcox, damn it, Bill Paxton, Bill Pullman, Bill Lindango, Bill Bong Jeans, Bill Fold, Bill I'm just a Bill and I'm living on Capitol Hill.
Damn it! Nicely done. You got -6 on that one.
All right, well, hey, it was
You
better
got Buffalo Bill, Just Plain Bill, and Wild Bill Hiccup. Where do you go?
Well, there you go. Well, what's the salute?
Okay.
So, anyways, James, you want to leave us with a rant today?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to leave you with a rant because I have an issue with people that pull up to a fast food line and it takes them like 30 minutes to read the menu and try to figure out what they want. It's like, okay, dude, we're at McDonald's, all right? You know what they sell at McDonald's? Hamburgers. Yeah, you're either going to get a Big Mac or a Quarter Pounder. Why do you have to sit there and be like, oh, well, they have a cheeseburger?
Do they sit there and they go, do I want the 8-piece McNugget or the 20-piece McNugget?
How hungry am I? How much money do I have? Can I order 4 things off the child's menu or 5 things? Do I have money for tax?
Does a Happy Meal really make you happy? Inside?
Either that or you pull up behind a family that has like 20 kids or lunchtime, the guy's ordering for everybody in the office. He's like, yeah, I need a bacon cheeseburger and a large Coke. And then I need another bacon cheeseburger and a large Coke. And then I need another bacon cheeseburger with no onions and a large Coke. And then I need... Come on, dude. It's called fast food for a reason.
My idea was psychics. I don't believe in psychics. I think psychics are kind of ridiculous. However, if you're going to be a psychic, you want a real job, work at a fast food restaurant in the drive-thru. That way, when that family comes through and they be like, okay,
let's see, what do I want?
You're like, welcome to McDonald's. I'll take your order whenever you're ready. And as soon as they go, okay, let me be like, no, I see a number 2 with no onions and a large Pepsi in your future. 20-piece McNugget meal, 2 Happy Meals, 1 cheeseburger, no onions, 1 only ketchup, a Sprite, a blue Powerade, a large Diet Coke, and a large Coke. Thank you, drive-thru.
That would be $37.
Would be $37.
I'd like to be like Jack Black and we're gonna be like, oh come on, take forever. Order take forever. All right, well
take 2 of the nuggets and stick them in your ass and give me 4 chicken McNuggets.
Hey, we'd like to thank Wrestlemania for being our sponsor this week.
Absolutely.
It is WrestleMania 29.
WrestleMania 29, dude. We are totally stoked. And we are gonna come with a special Ownbey 15-minute news hour here in the next sometime to recap WrestleMania. It's gonna be a short one.
We are gonna do
Dungus is gonna do a short one.
We're gonna have a short Dungus. A short Dungus recap of WrestleMania. So any wrestling fans out there, Rex Taylor, hopefully you're watching.
Yeah.
Make sure you tune in.
Get on Dungus' Facebook page or my Facebook page or James's Facebook page and let us know what you thought of the matches. Let us know how fake they were.
And you have
that was fake, dude. It was fake, dude. If he went like that, he would really actually knock his teeth. That was fake.
And if you guys have any news stories or headlines that you would like Dungus to take a look at, please send them in.
Yeah. If you have funny pictures or you just want to rant.
Pictures of us.
If you have a good rant, let us hear your rants. We'll take your rants.
Absolutely.
We might even read them right here on the Ownbey 15-minute news hour.
And once again, we'd like to thank our assistants, Ethan and Taylor Ownbey. Thank you guys. You guys
are the Ownbey kids. Thanks, guys. We appreciate it.
And that was the Ownbey 15-minute news hour.
All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. That was the Ownbey 15-minute news hour. That was the Ownbey 15-minute news hour. That was the Ownbey 15-minute news hour. Now it's time for WrestleMania. You remind me of a deeply embedded booger. Qu'est-ce que c'est?